Why weren't the pagers with explosives not caught by the airport security scanners? Small electronics, like phones and pagers, go through an X-ray scanner that shows the internal shadow of the items inside. Unless the item looks like a bomb or a device and looked like a normal pager, it wouldn't have been suspicious. Undercover tests conducted by the Department of Homeland Security have shown that the TSA's failure rate frequently ranges between 80 and 95. How did normal pagers go through it before Israel got involved? Like that. There are 4 possibilities I can see. 1. There was no explosives, but looking at the videos this seems very unlikely. They were some big pops. 2. They used a super advanced new type of explosive that appears to be a battery, or was blended with the battery. 3. The scanners that were used are not the super advanced we have in the West, can't tell the difference with a battery. 4. The people carrying the pagers didn't get scanned because of who they were. IMO it was 3-4, a combination of special pass for these people, and just really old scanners. Also I read they only received these for a couple of weeks, so maybe just lucky. Scanners check for nitrogen in bombs. There are explosives that contain no nitrogen acetone peroxide. Underwear bomber probably never went anywhere with a scanner. I doubt Hezbollah members are taking the pagers they used to communicate with their terrorist network through airport security. Unless it's a bomb-sniffing dog, explosive material and electronics wouldn't be that hard to hide or blend in with an X-ray. Also, if you ever listen to people who test SAW systems, they get a lot through. Trying to arrest somebody in Lebanon for explosives is like trying to give out speeding tickets at the Indy 500. I think the world changed with this event. People in this type of organization and/or governments must be getting worried. Are they still using fake explosive detectors like the ADE 651? https://n.wikipedia.org Wiki ADE 651. This scam has cost dozens of civilian lives. If they came in by boat or road, they were less likely to be scanned, and what's to say they didn't come in via a non-commercial route? State actors and smugglers have ways and means to move things discreetly. I was wondering this too. Perhaps just one individual with a tampered pager flies to Europe or the US with it on their person and triggers a security device that can detect explosive chemicals. I've had this question all day too. If these compounds aren't detected by the spectrograph, are we all in danger? It appears that Mossad set up a fake company in Hungary that manufactured the pagers themselves under license from a Taiwanese company, so they could have been easily sent by ship or ground transport while going through airports. The company's website was pretty bland and vague, corporate BS. But on one of their main pages there was a telling quote from Einstein: "Creativity is intelligence having fun." I don't imagine that the majority of Hamas fighters are big flyers. All of these people are responding with how they might been able to beat TSA screens. I'm wondering how robust the airport security is at the airports these guys were likely to have traveled through. In other words, I doubt they even had to go through anything like a SAW scan screen. There have been experimental scanners that can sense explosives in air samples, but it seems they've never made it to market. The issue probably is that volatiles from chemicals like that can be given off by perfectly normal materials. The assumption is that the explosive in question is standard and detectable through standard means. For all we know, it could be some exotic new option or even a binary compound. They'd be incredibly difficult to detect if there were securing components on the inside that look like plastic mountings, but made out of an explosive material.